Hi, I'm Jeremy Bradley, author of the official guide to being Winnipeg Cheapskate. Over the past few episodes in this special series for the Winnipeg Free Press, we have talked about how to travel cheaply, or inexpensively. I don't know why some people are against the word cheap, but geez, we're Winnipeggers. Now, we've covered getting airline and hotel discounts, but you have to fill your time when you are on vacation. Now, I made two critical mistakes in the past. I've booked too much stuff and wasted money because I couldn't do it all, and I didn't book anything ahead of time, and it cost me twice as much to arrange once I was there. First, ask yourself, what is the purpose of the vacation? Is it to lounge by the pool and never step foot outside of your 5-star resort? Or do you plan on walking out of the hotel first thing in the morning and not returning until night? If you book at an all-inclusive resort, there are lots of activities to partake in, but find out if they are included in your package. Often, you can take a catamaran tour or go snorkeling, but it will cost you an extra $100 or so. And of course, the tour operator is happy to arrange it for you as a third-party company and take a cut of the ticket. Look up local businesses before you leave on vacation. Pre-book, because you might be able to get a deal on their website. Next, think about how much time you will have and where you are going. Imagine Winnipeg's layout. Would you plan an activity in Transcona and then expect to be at an appointment in St. James 20 minutes later? Probably not. Map out the area you plan to visit and see if it is even feasible to go from place to place to place in the allotted time that you have. If you aren't familiar with the area, Google your way through the addresses and find out how close everything is. Earlier this year, I went to Puerto Vallarta for special broadcasts of my internationally syndicated radio shows. Now, the tourism board was hosting the trip and changed hotels because, based on the itinerary, we needed to stay somewhere more centrally located to the activities we were doing. Yes, it would have been nice to stay at my favorite resort and enjoy my private rooftop pool, but it was not practical for going from place to place like we were doing on the trip. If you plan to get a car while on vacation, that's one thing. But if you're relying on taxi or public transportation, you could be paying an arm and a leg if you wait until the last minute to find out where you're going, let alone actually having time to get there. I had a list of activities I wanted to do in Mexico, but the tourism experts were hesitant to cram everything in. Why? Because they said I wouldn't be able to enjoy myself, that I'd be so worried rushing around from place to place. I was stubborn, I said I wanted to, but what happened? I didn't get a chance to appreciate most of the things that I did. It wasn't until I was on the airplane that I flipped through the pictures of me swimming, hugging, and kissing dolphins. I wasn't able to live in the moment. Instead, I was worried about how much time I had left before we had to motor out of there and get to our next scheduled activity. Luckily, it wasn't my money wasted if we didn't get to do everything that was planned, but it still worried me. That's how cheap I am, folks. I was worried about the tourism board's money. Though there would be nothing worse than prepaying for something and not doing your research to see if it actually fits into the scheduling of your trip. The great thing about resorts is they now have almost everything you need, so you don't have to venture out. They have multiple restaurants, a spa, a pool or two, might even be on the ocean. They make it so you don't have to go anywhere. Now, if your plan is to do as little as possible and don't care to take in the area's nightlife or culture, then book all-inclusive and just hang out. Speaking of nightlife, find out if your resort has a bar, or discotheque as they often call it. You might hear loud thumping music and rowdy drunks all night, so just something to keep in mind. How do I know? Because I have been one. Okay, so we've covered flights, the hotel, and the itinerary. Now all you have to do is find something for the pets to do while you are on vacation. Next time we'll take a look at different options for your dogs and cats so they don't miss you too much and you don't go too broke. For the Winnipeg Free Press, I'm Jeremy Bradley.